This is a 2014 Ford Escape with a 1.6 liter turbo engine. But the reason this car is here in the shop has nothing to do with the engine or anything in the drivetrain. The reason it's here in the shop is because this antenna base is broken and the radio reception is all but gone. So we need to replace this antenna base. This is an OEM part. It is not available in the aftermarket. You can try to find one used, but be warned that there are several different versions of this antenna base, and they are not compatible. They do not plug in the same way. So you have to make absolutely sure you get the part number. I'm going to show you how you find out. When you take the antenna base off the car, you'll see a little tag that has the part number inscribed right here. Make sure you get one with the exact same part number or it will not work. For example, going by the VIN of my car, I went on this website called FordPartsGiant.com, which is supposedly a reputable Ford parts dealer, and I've bought from them before. And going by the VIN, this is the part number that was suggested for my car, so I purchased it. And when it came, I found out immediately that it would not plug into my vehicle. So guess what? Ford Parts Giant refuses to take this return because they say it's an electrical part, and their policy on electrical parts is no returns, even though it was their own parts catalog using my VIN that suggested this part. So Ford Parts Giant, I'm calling you out on this. Anyway, there are videos online that show you different ways of replacing this antenna base. I'm going to show you a quick and easy way that you can get through without disassembling the entire car. If you want to open the tailgate, of course, then we need to get under this headliner. So the first step is to get a grip on this gasket here and just pull it off from all the way around. You need to get it about halfway off, like so. The next step is these plastic trim pieces right here. You're just gonna pull them off. They just pull right off. Okay, you get the idea on both sides. And the black piece only needs to go far enough so that this white piece will clear. So we pull this off too. Okay, just a little bit of tugging, nothing to it. Now with these pillar trims pulled off on both sides, we can gently pull the headliner down, and it has clips on either side. Here and here. You can reach in with a long screwdriver and just kind of pry these clips loose. Now if you reach in straight down the middle, about as far as your elbow, you're going to feel the 10mm bolt that holds the antenna base onto the roof. For a ratcheting wrench like this one, a 10mm, you're all set. And having this wrench really makes the job a lot easier. After we unfasten the 10mm bolt, the antenna has two connectors. They're pretty standard issue, and we just have to disconnect these so we can pull the antenna out the top. So now here she comes, Miss America. I love that line. Clean up here under the antenna base. That bolt back there, good and snug, because you want to get the antenna base gasket to seal against the roof and not allow any water to leak in through the opening. And it's kind of fidgety because you're doing it blind. You cannot see what you're doing. And that is the price of following this method where you do not remove the entire headliner. You just leave the headliner in place. So this limits your access, but it makes the job a lot quicker. Now, just be careful, do not bend your headliner, just be patient and methodical, and you will not cause any creases or bends in the headliner. Now the final step here is you want to get these two connectors clipped into the holes in the roof that you can see up there. Without saying, this being a shoddily and cheaply built Ford product, that once you disassemble it, it will never go back again the same way. But just try your best to get these liners and gaskets back into the correct position, and even if you have some slight discrepancies like this, well, this is the price you pay for good radio reception. Finally, here's my aerial. It's a universal aerial that is actually a perfect match for this Ford antenna base, and I'll provide a link for this in the video description. This has a little threaded stud in the bottom that matches the Ford base exactly. This is what I'm talking about, people. Cheap stuff made in China that's just as good as our US branded stuff, and for a fraction of the price. For the moment of truth, do we have audio in the car? I'm going to turn on the radio. Let's scroll through some of my favorite stations.
I was a big Captain Crunch guy. And
leadership lessons like acknowledge.
Noon. But with the death of Rush Limbaugh, we made changes to our morning lineup. We're still...
Thank you for watching this video. See you around.